We are the Matrixa. This is Jonathan.
And this is beautiful
Shiva. Yeah. Hello, everybody. First, my English isn't the very best, but I hope you will understand us. And second, there have been many emails, messages, and they want us to do our videos in English, and we will try, and we promise we will get better.
Yeah, as Shiva said, there's been very much messages in relation to translate our great videos about the light trap and the 3 ways to get out of the matrix.
Yeah.
And so we have assumed that it is not bad to make a video in English language to reach the people out there who only know the English language.
Are you an English lord? You speak like an English lord.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'm connecting to the English Lord out of another incarnation of myself.
Yeah, the last incarnation. You have been an English lord, and yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes, my dear. So, I think we should start with what is the light trap? Yeah.
Yeah. The topic of this video is the light trap.
Yeah, we already experienced the light trap, and so we can talk about a little talk about.
Yes, in several occasions we have experienced the light trap, and Shiva, you have seen the light trap.
Yeah.
In a special experience.
Yeah.
Has it been a dream?
Yeah. So I asked my higher self to give me a dream where what will happen when I die. So my higher self sent me into a dream where I experienced the light and the portal out of the matrix. I started directly seeing the light when I wake up in the dream, and it was a big bright light and it was shiny, but it doesn't make me feel very cozy. It was more like, oh my god, it's a light trap, I have to go. And there have been also angels or light beings, and they want me to come into the light, but I thought, so, oh no, thank you. All right, and I was very, I felt in danger, so I thought how to get out of here, or how to get away from the light. And I ran and ran, and I saw behind the light trap so a dark tunnel, and I ran to the tunnel. And in that moment, when they realized that I don't want to go to the light trap, they transformed. The light beings transformed.
The angels transformed.
They transformed into guardians, looking very Egyptian, with gold clothes and metal, and maybe we have a picture of it, so I can. No, I can't. Yeah, but the guardians were very big and strong, and like 2 meters, and they seemed like Anu and Enki and these guys. There were a lot of them, like 20, 30 in a row, and a lot of guardians, and running after me, running. And in me, I looked after them and ran faster into the tunnel. And after the tunnel, there was a room. A big dark room. It was very dark, but I could see what it was a room, but there wasn't any wall or something like that. It was a wall-less room, and visible darkness like that. And in the edge of the room there was a portal like that. And in my thought was a voice that told me this portal is just for one person. But besides the portal there was a girl. I think it was a soul. It was a part of my soul, another incarnation or something like that. And she wants to jump into it, but it was very, very afraid. But I can't just go alone into the portal. But I don't want her to stay, because the guardians have been directly behind me. So I took her and jumped into the portal, and it was like a wormhole. It goes straight and and we float through the portal to the wormhole, and she goes straight through. But I think because it was just for one and not for me in this case, because I have some stuff to do on Earth, I was kicked out of the wormhole and landed on a planet where have been an alien invasion in this moment. So this was my experience, the one with the light trap, and we also have another one with train station. Maybe we have the same.
Yeah, we dreamed together, not together, not really.
So we have. It was a long time ago, 10 years maybe. He dreamt. We didn't know each other to this time, and he dreamt of a train station, and me too. And last year I dreamt of it again. And maybe you want to tell them what you have experienced or what it is, the train station.
Yes, I have been in an alternative reality, and in this reality I died. And I died not really, because I fell into a coma. And I have been in a hospital, lying in the coma, and at the same time I was dreaming that I die, and came to a kind of station, a train station maybe, and this train station have been very large.
Like a big mall.
Like a real big mall, and many people have been there, and they seem to wait for something. After some hours, I understood that the train station is a kind of a waiting area for people who are in a coma. And because of that, I have been also in a coma. I have to wait there to
Wake up again, or
to wake up, or to say that I want to die and to leave my body forever. And that's a decision I had to make, to die or to get back into my body, to wake up again.
in the alternative reality, so
Yeah.
not here.
Not here. It was just in the alternative reality. And I was running around in this mall for days.
Really?
I knew all the shops there and all the spare time activities that was going around there, and was running there. And this mall was very interesting. You have had everything there. You could play there, you could eat, drink, you could walk. You must imagine a real big mall, and in the middle of the mall there have been a kind of tunnel which was going up in the sky several hundred meters high, and you could enter this tunnel area, and then you felt no gravity. I could fly up and down, I could float, and could experience this great state. And I was sure that the end of the tunnel, at the ceiling over there, that I could leave this train station if I just fly high enough. And so I tried every day to come up, higher and higher, in the hope to leave this area. But I didn't get it. And after several days, maybe it has been weeks, I was exploring the surroundings of the mall, and there have been 6 or 8 bridges that led to the mall. It was like a star around. In your dream also? Yes? And I was exploring these bridges. They were very long, several hundred meters or maybe kilometers, miles, I don't know, I don't remember. And I was walking there around every day in the hope to find another exit from this train station. And then I suddenly discovered a black hole in the middle of one bridge. And I saw this hole and walked there and was standing in front of the hole that goes deep, endless into the depth. And it was totally black, pitch black. And I was thinking about to jump into this black hole, because I thought maybe is this a hidden exit out of this station. And I was thinking about, I was a little bit afraid to jump into this hole, and suddenly a man came to me and said to me, "Oh, I wouldn't jump into this black hole." And I replied, "Why?" And he said, there was a teenager who was jumping into this black hole and never came back. It is really dangerous to jump into this hole. I wouldn't do this. And for better understanding, we have discovered that there are holes in the matrix, black holes in the matrix. And the upcoming awareness of the humankind produces black holes in the matrix, like little black exits, as a possibility to leave the matrix.
So because of the frequency is rising up, so the consciousness is also rising up, and so the portals.
Correct. That means in the moment when you die, you see the light, a giant, beautiful, warm light that attracts you. It tells you, "Come to me, enter the light." And if you come back to the light, if you go back into the light, your memories will be erased, and you will be reincarnated in your next life without your memory in the previous life. So you cannot remember your previous life as soon as you reincarnate in a new body, in a new life, on the physical plane. And this is a circle, always running circle for all people in this world, on earth. And this is the routine that runs here in the system.
For thousands of years now.
For thousands of years. You are here on earth, you live your life, and when you die you go back into the light and you get a new body and a new life and a new surrounding, but with amnesia. That means you won't remember your previous life. And this circle runs for thousands of years, as Shiva says. And all the people that reincarnate ever and ever again to raise their consciousness, their awareness, it has produced these black holes in the matrix. But they are not easy to find, because this warm, bright light is shining over all these black holes.
And also the black holes make a lot of fear, because there's a frequency and on these portals, so that you don't want to jump in there. Because also in the train station where I also have been 2 times, I didn't want to jump in this black endless hole, because it seems to have a frequency of fear on it. So, oh no, I want to jump in that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's also a problem to go out of the matrix, because of on the one hand, the darkness, the religion tell us go to the light, and the darkness is not good, and on the other hand, there is the frequency of fear laid over the portal. So it's quite difficult with not enough awareness to go into these portals. So the most of you will go to the light because it's warm and loving and not fear and dark, and because of the old beliefs and the old thoughts you that you get in your whole life through your parents and the church and something like that, you're not aware enough to overthink and let go the fear stuff, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, these black holes are really scary. And then you are standing there in the middle of nowhere, outside of your life, died. And then you stand there and you see this scary, dark, pitch black hole, and on the other side you see a wonderful, warming, loving light that attracts you. What is your choice?
So, but this is a game. So we decide when we enter the matrix to play this game. It's a game of polarity, and we want to play this game. We decided for it. Nobody forces us to go into the matrix. Okay, it was a little trap, because come into the matrix. It's nice stuff for you souls, and souls are very like children, and yay, cool, and let's have fun there. And so we go into the matrix. It was a free will to go into this, but now we are here and we have to go life through life through life through life through life. So until we have enough awareness to go out of the matrix, but until then we have to go through the reincarnation cycle, die, light, die, reincarnate, and so on, and again and again and again. Yeah, this is, but it's not bad. It's not because we are here by our free will. Yeah, and polarity is not bad, or the matrix is not bad, but when you have lived for thousands of incarnations, you think, oh, okay, it's enough. And then you can try to get out of the matrix. But this will be another video, maybe, I think, with the ways out of the matrix, because it will become long, the video. And because this is a light trap video, I think. Huh?
Yeah, the matrix is like a game. Like a computer game that you play. You sit in front of your screen and you are playing the game, and after playing the game, when you die, you lose your life within the game, you say, oh, I want to play again, and you get another life and you play it, and after this you die again and you say, next game please. But at one time you say, okay, I played enough of this game. I want to leave the game. But this decision is not possible because you get amnesia. You forget that you already have played this game for 100 or 1,000 times. And that's the cause why the people are playing this game ever and ever again. They cannot remember what games they already have played. And in the game Matrix, there are a lot of games that you can play. You can live in different countries, you can live with different persons, with different husbands and wives and children. You can be a successful businessman, you can be a good lover, you can be a very good artist, you can be a great singer.
You can play all your fantasies, you can be a bad guy or a good guy, can be a murderer or a priest.
Whatever you like, you can play all these games, and I can tell you, you already have played all these games, but you don't remember. And that's the problem. The people always want to play games that they have played often before. And the time to leave the matrix is now.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Because you have played all the games already. But the light trap is still running. And the circle of reincarnation is still working. And that's the cause why we are sitting here and try to speak in English.
Yeah, that's the cause. Yeah, but to leave the light is not as easy as you think. No, it's everything but easy, because if you need to become aware, become so much aware that you can lose everything, but it's okay for you. Like that, it's let go. You have to let go everything. Not that you stand at the end of the matrix and they tell you, oh, would you like to have a coffee? Oh yeah, coffee again. Out into the matrix back. So you need to let go everything.
Yes,
and that's not easy. It's not easy.
Now, what are you doing? If you die and you stand in front of the light and you say, oh, this time it's better to take the black portal. And then you see in the middle of the light your wife is standing there, or your husband.
Another trap, yes.
Standing there and say, hey, don't run away into this black hole.
Come to me,
Come
I
to
love
me.
you.
It's great here, I love you. What will you do? And that's a point what Shiva is talking about, that you have to let go all the stuff you have built up in the matrix.
The emotional stuff, the physical stuff, everything you have can imagine.
And that makes it very hard to take this choice to leave the matrix. Because what about your friends? What
And
about your partners?
they will appear in the light. The light beings or angels, they will. It will not be your real wife waiting for you in the light. It will be a light being working for the matrix that appears like your wife or your friends or your partner, and they transform because they can telepathically scan you, and they exactly know what you want, what you love, what you are addicted to. So they transform to it, and they will teasing you to come into the light, and they are very, very good.
Yeah, they can transform into any disguise to attract you, to come back into the light, to join the reincarnation circle further and further.
So most of your relatives who already died, your wife, partner, children, whatever, they have, I think so, the most of them have already been reincarnated again. So in the light there will be none of them but the light beings or the guardians, like we call them. So yeah, you have to let go everybody, everything. And
Yes,
that's not easy.
yes. And the matrix wants to be played. And all the beings that work for the matrix also want that you play the game. And they will do everything that you, by your own free decision, to join the matrix again. And the only moment where you can make your decision is in the state after you have died and before you enter the light. This is a short moment in which you can make your decision.
In
And
the case of dying, because of there are other ways to get out of the matrix, but when you're dying, this is your choice.
yeah, this is the little time space you have to decide what you will do. And yes, of course, it's not easy. And as you can see, the world is growing. The human race is getting bigger and bigger. More people come to Earth. Now we have 7 billion people on Earth, and in 20 years there will be maybe 8 or 9 billion people. You see, many souls are coming to Earth, and they want to play the Matrix.
So to come back to the portals are in the grid of the matrix. The grid you can see in higher state of minds. When you are awake, the grid will appear like yellow golden, and when you are in the astral body, it will appear light blue. It's beautiful light blue, but when you try to go with your astral body to the grid and go through the holes, it will make a big buzz and you will be in your body back again. So it's like an electric fence, and with amnesia, and it will kick you, the astral body kick it back to your body. So you can't go with your astral body through the portals to leave the matrix. It's not possible because your astral body is connected to your physical body, so and your physical body is connected to this earth and planet, so you can't leave like this.
Yeah, that's true, Shiva. You can see this matrix grid. It's like electricity fence around the earth, and if you try to leave, it's not easy because this electric fence tries to avoid that someone leaves the matrix, and the astral body belongs to your physical body, and so you cannot disconnect you from yourself or from your physical body to leave the matrix. The best way is to search in the grid for this black holes. And if you see this black hole, straight go in this direction and try to go into the black hole. That is not easy because, as we said, the religion is programming us darkness and light. Light is good, darkness is bad.
God and evil and something like that.
Correct.
Dark is hell and light is God and heaven.
And the guardians of the matrix have overlaid the black holes with fear. So they will scare the shit out of you if you stand in front of this black hole.
And it's not like it's not a fear like you are afraid of us, this physical area. So it's not like, oh, someone will kill me. That's, yeah, you are afraid of that. But this is a fear. It's even worse, so much worse than this fear of being killed of somebody. It's like, maybe we will make a video of this again, also because it's fear is an interesting theme. But
yeah, this is not a fear of spiders.
No, it's because you
or
are
maybe a tiger, or maybe a murderer with a gun. This fear is 100 times stronger.
and on a way you can't describe because you are divided and there is another side, and this fear is we will make another video because it's so much stuff and we have so much to tell, but now we have like 30 minutes. Maybe we will make further another time, not to make the video too long for YouTube, so maybe some important stuff for the light trap. Or do we have something more? Yeah, we have so much more, but
the light trap is the invitation of the matrix.
yeah,
That's really a commercial invitation.
it's advertisement.
Advertisement. And the matrix invites you to enter the matrix every time after you have died. And as soon as you have died, you will see the light. Don't go in the direction of the light, take the opposite direction.
Or like me, in my case, the darkness was behind the light. So run to the darkness. Me, I was afraid of the light. I thought, oh God, no light, and go to the darkness. It was, I was happy that I react like this, but if I am really dying, I don't know if I would go to the darkness, but go to the darkness. Yeah, to come to an end for this time, yes, be the light, but don't go into the light. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the first English video. Sorry for this. We hope that you like it nevertheless.
And you understand us.
And you can understand our German-English
Mix.
mixture.
We are not used to speak English all the time. So.
But it was important for us to tell you this. Maybe some of you already know, but there are many people who don't know, and we would be glad if you can share our video with your English-speaking friends, and if we see that there are many people that view our English videos also, or maybe we make another English video
With our perfect English, yeah.
with our perfect English, so that you have many to love. And at the same time you have maybe some information that we could give to you that you didn't know. And yeah, we would be glad to about your comments, maybe below in the description. And
See you again in the next video.
see you in the next video, maybe.
Because there's so much stuff to tell.
Oh yeah, very much stuff. Yes, we have made a lot of experience out of body. We have made a lot of experiences in lucid dreaming,
And higher states of mind
higher states of consciousness, altered state of consciousness.
through dissociation. It's a very, very unique technique, and we will tell you more.
Yeah. The technique of dissociation is the strongest technique we
In
know.
the world. Yeah, really.
If you use it correctly.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not easy, but the best way to experience such things and such knowledge by your own.
And one way to get out of the matrix
Yes.
in this lifetime.
This is just one way to get out of the matrix. Altogether there are 3 ways to get out of the matrix. This is the first way. The new way, I would say. These black holes in the grid are new, so to say, and they exist not a long time yet, and maybe you have heard of it, maybe not, but it's a very interesting and a very challenging way to leave the matrix.
For an unconscious mind, yes.
Yes, for an unconscious mind, or for someone who is not in the spiritual development as it should be.
Yeah.
We thank you for watching. Maybe you can tell us
How bad it was.
how bad it was. Or if you should look for another way.
Yeah, maybe you can translate our German videos or something like that, if
Mhm.
our English is too bad. Yeah.
Correct. That means we have also a German video channel, and for the German speaking people out there, look at our other videos. They are all in German. That's a language we are familiar with. It's our native language, and maybe we need 10 or 20 videos in English
Yeah.
to make better videos.
Minimum. No.
But thank you for watching, and we are looking forward for your comments below in the description. Maybe to next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.